Hey everyone, Bayon here. Welcome to the very first installment of a series I like to call Bayon's Video Game Reviews. I'm so clever, you don't have to say it. That being said, I'd like to go straight into Far Cry 3, my favorite video game of 2013 so far. For those unfamiliar, Far Cry 3 is an open-world first-person shooter that takes place on a tropical island. Your character Jason Brody and his friends are all vacationing when shit hits the fan harder than Microsoft at E3. That being said, you have to try to escape from these psychotic, vicious natives. Meanwhile, trying to rescue all your friends. Let's go straight into the gameplay.
GameOVer4U. Something I really enjoyed about the controls was that it was easy to switch out between different weapons in the midst of a fight with little to no hitch. You can customize weapons and even skills similarly to an RPG. This makes the game very detail-oriented. Certain features that weren't significant to gameplay definitely showed the developer's attention to detail. For instance, when using the sniper rifle, you press the left analog stick to hold your breath to steady the shot, and when you bail out of a car at high speed, you crash land on the ground while the car keeps moving. The mechanics of the game prove to be so smooth and they feel very natural. The toughest part of the game, however, is running and knifing animals. It can become very frustrating at times, especially when using your gun to take down the animals would be the easier yet noisier option. Crafting items is an interesting but not necessary feature. It's been done so many times, that horse has been beaten to death. Please just let me be lazy this time around. Another disadvantage is that no matter what level, the sensitivity is really high. So maneuvering with a gun can be difficult. Although you can change the sensitivity settings, it doesn't seem to prove to work very well. I hated the long-ass loading time that the game had, but I understand that it's necessary for the game to function at its best. At least the load is at the very beginning of the game, and not in between chapters, ultimately disrupting gameplay. The graphics of this game are some of the best graphics in a video game. But I could just be saying that because the last game I played was Duke Nukem Forever. Granted, Far Cry 3 doesn't have the detailed arm hair yet, but that aside, it is one of the most beautiful games I think I have played. The environments are so detailed and vibrant. I wasn't even playing with an HDMI cable, and the graphics were blowing my mind. The cutscenes and the gameplay are hard to tell apart, and that is always a great accomplishment for developers. When they don't achieve it, trust me, it's really noticeable. That being said, the scenes in which Jason is tripping balls are certainly my favorite and have so much detail they allow you to escape into the video game, settings and all. Sound. People generally do not give audio enough credit. Simply put, a game is only as good as its audio. Sure, you can discredit a soundtrack easier just because that's background audio, but what really makes or breaks a video game, to me, is the voice acting and the sound effects. That being said, the voice acting for this game is the best voice acting I have come across in a long time. Not some of the best, or the best of this year, the best. Michael Mando as Vaz was the absolute best choice for this psychopathic character. Mando portrays a whole array of emotions in just his voice alone.
Now please, you see the thing about our loved ones, right? Our fucking loved ones! They come and they blindside you every fucking time. So they say to me, they say, Vaz, who the fuck is it going to be? Them or me? Me or them? like they fucking think.
I've never seen, or in this case rather heard, an actor get into their character as well as Mando does. He really steals the show. Outside of the voice acting, the sound effects use a nice depth to their advantage. Characters and events that happen in the distance sound faint and echoed. However, the worst part of all the different effects in this game certainly has to be the music choice for the vehicles. Driving around a sparsely populated island with the radio blaring certainly won't attract your enemies, right? There may have been a button to turn the radio off, but I'm too much of an idiot to figure it out. Overall, Far Cry 3 is delightful in every sense of the word. The environments, being as open-ended and as beautiful as they are, allow for many hours of just wandering around through seemingly endless terrain. This game is like a modern-age Skyrim. If you think you can do something in this game, chances are you can. Want to fall from a glider? Done. Burn a whole hillside? Done. Rape that you just shot in the face? What the f*** is your problem? This is the wrong game. You need some psychiatric help. Nah, I'm just messing. This game's for you too, you crab rapers. The story is captivating and plays out like a movie, and really had me wanting to play to see the next cutscene. The story could easily chalk out 50 plus hours of gameplay.
Now, earlier, you heard me say that Far Cry 3 has some of the best graphics and the best voice acting that I've heard in a long time. And you're probably thinking to yourself, he must not play very many video games. And you would be right, neckbeard fedora wearing internet connoisseur. So if you have any suggestions for any kind of games that you want me to review, leave the comments in the section below. You can also call me a and hopefully I won't cry myself to sleep too hard tonight. That being said, I give Far Cry 3 9 angry neckbeards out of 10.